So like a video of a guy catching a foul ball.
Yeah.
And then he gives it to a little kid.
Yes.
And then the little kid catches a foul ball, and he gives it back to the guy that gave him the foul ball earlier. And I'm like, oh, my God, that made me feel so good.
Wholesome.
And then I go to the comments, and it's a bunch of dudes being like, and that's two boys raised in white households with good Christian values.
These boys were raised right.
And they've got both parents, and they're more valuable because of that.
And both of their parents straight as an arrow, brother.
They're all
damn, that does make that whole thing suck, doesn't it?
It does.
God.
That's what I feel.
God.
I go to the comments on every video because I like to comment stuff, and then every time it's
too.
like a wholesome, nice, like sports thing, specifically a sports thing.
Yeah.
Like anytime there's like just like a little league thing or a basketball thing where like they stand up for a kid or whatever, there's always like, and that's a community of good people where the church is in charge.
I can point to you on a map where this community probably lies in the continental United States. I'll give you a hint.
Get out of my phone!
It's south of the Mason-Dixon!
Mason did what? Mason put what where?
Mason-Dixon? Hardly knew her.
Mason put who in what? Mason put what where?
Your son did what?
Oh, Mason. What'd your son do? Well, hold him accountable.
Oh, wait, it's a southern. The southern dad is now, he's flipped all the way around.
He's on the
They
right.
should be held accountable for the things they do and say.
He went so right, he's left.
He went so right, he's left. Those are my favorite human people, going so far right, they're left, or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa is crazy.
Vice versa is wild because I know some people who are a little bit too left that they're right.
And we won't say them.
Yeah. And I think it turns out that they were just right all along, you know? I don't think they were so left anything. I think they were talking to me and they're like, this guy's so left, he'll get mad if I tell him that I'm not so left.
But there are some dudes that go so right that they're left, and they were right the whole time as well.
Yes.
There's totally people that are like, I just don't want any government, and I think we could make some kind of community where we just like traded goods and services for the other goods and services.
And we would own the means of production, a stake in the means of production, and the wealth that we generated for the people in charge, we would get a piece of that because we're working American.
And then it'd simply be that like there'd be no big government. We wouldn't have to look up.
Yeah, because we hate the government.
And then we could just whatever community we put together for that, we could put a big fucking snake on the flag.
Yeah.
Now he's just excited about graphic design.
Yeah. No, he was just excited about the snake the whole time. I just want to get to what we were doing when we had the snake. You know how lame our flag is? Doesn't have a snake on it. We had a flag with a snake on it, and we didn't transition.
I just want to make some kind of like social community
where maybe I would be in charge of growing microgreens and tending to the bees for their honey.
But whatever we do when it's done, I want a fucking viper up there. I want it to look like a coat.
I would like if it was a boa with his like hood spread out, motherfucker. And you know what? I'll be honest, man. I think we're spending too much on military. Some of that could go back to fixing these roads.
Dude, so right, he's left guy.
So right, he's left guy.
Or he's like more focused on stuff being dope. He's like, everyone deserves a big truck.
I just thought we'd be like on the moon by now, We went there one time, and like it feels like we haven't had any updates since then, dude. I just want to. Doesn't really feel like we're living in the future, dude.
That's why he's mad about NASA and spending stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, man, it'd be cool.
Show me an alien, dude. I'll give you all the money in the world. You show me an alien, show me a couple fucking moon rocks, dude.
I'm pissed about the government lying to us.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to see an alien if they got it. God, it sucks to learn your heroes married 15-year-olds.
How often does that happen? I mean,
at least twice.
At least twice
a
year.
I guess I'm not. Jerry Seinfeld isn't one of my heroes,
No.
but you know what I mean.
No, Dane Cook is certainly not one of my heroes, I like him.
I don't. Let me think. Let me think if Dane Cook's one of my heroes. Just let me think
He
for
certainly
a
was
second.
when I was younger, and there was like a dude wearing bell bottoms that had spiky hair doing comedy.
He's always walking around.
He's always walking big. I'm gonna get in the silverware drawer. That's my Dane Cook impression. I made it up. I don't know. I don't know that he said that, but he would.
No, can we come up with a premise where the punchline would be, I'm going to get in the silverware drawer?
All right, let's start.
How can we get there?
Let's start. How do we get to...
this is working backwards to the highest level.
100%, because we have to get to... I was in the silverware drawer, but like as Dane Cook would present it.
This is deep improv. All right, your punchline is...
Give it to me.
I got to get in the silverware drawer.
I got to get in the silverware drawer. All right, so there's got to be something in the silverware drawer that wouldn't normally be in a silverware drawer, or that I'm ashamed is in the silverware drawer,
or you're at a ramen restaurant.
Oh no, that's great. That's great, and you're embarrassed to tell the waiter that you can't do chopsticks.
Yeah,
you don't know how to do chopsticks, and the people that you're with probably know that you can't do chopsticks, but you're not saying anything to them. You're going like, yeah, I got it. Like, let me just see. It's so weird. Like, how do you guys do chopsticks? I feel like everyone does chopsticks differently. And then
and then you're like, and then you excuse yourself to go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna hit the like that. Well, so first it's like this. It's like, oh, you do it like that. It's weird, and it goes right. It's all like you're holding a pencil. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. You get up and go to the bathroom, and then your first trip, because you got to actually go to the bathroom because the first trip is a stakeout. You're looking about. You're like. Do they have any forks back there? You're at the waiter's stand. You know, there's a stand sometimes.
Yeah.
You're at the waiter's stand. They're like, can I help you? You're like, oh, just looking for the bathroom.
No, but remember, it's Dane Cook.
Yeah. Oh, can I help you, sir?
Holy shit, bro.
No, I was just going to go to the loo, if you don't mind. I was just going to relieve myself in the bathroom. Wherever your restroom is, I was going to powder up. Do you mind if I powder up in your restroom?
I'm going to throw up.
Then you go into the bathroom and you powder up. You're pep talking yourself in the mirror. You're like, all right, Dane, you're going to go find their silverware drawer. I got to get in their silverware drawer. I fucking... Eventually, I think the end of that... Jesus.
I can't.
The end of that joke is that he opens up their silverware drawer and it's more chopsticks.
Yeah. Oh, no way. Holy shit.
Dane, if you see this, I know I said I wasn't your hero and we said some negative things about you at the front. Vicious Circle is crazy. I watched you a lot when I was a child.
Dude, that was so good. That was crazy. You opened it up to more chopsticks?
I opened it up. What is it? More chopsticks. A world of chopsticks.
Oh, my God. I tell you, if I didn't get COVID this morning, I'd be having so much fun. No, I didn't. Jared's sick, not me.
I'm sick, yeah.
We immediately started having so much fun. I don't remember what we were talking about.
What were we talking about?
It was before Dane Cook. Sabrina Carpenter. I was going to say.
Oh, talking. You have to.
I was going to say, as a producer, because this is a music podcast.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm excited it's a music podcast. I'm sorry. No, I'm just immediately backtracking.
Because we do music. Go ahead. For a second there, I forgot, and it was nice.
It was so nice. Oh, that was bliss.
That was bliss.
If I could live in that moment.
God.
If I could live on Dane Cook's stage.
I can't do the Sufi on my other...
Oh, really?
I can't
oh, no.
I can only do it here.
Well, thank goodness that's your guitar hand.
I think that's why.
That you've got it there? You think you wouldn't have it if you weren't...
I've never been able to... I can't make these two move independently of each other.
That's so interesting.
I'm trying really hard. I'm just flipping off whatever this.
What about
is.
You do plenty of finger picky stuff from time to time?
I've never used my pinky.
Always.
I stick to the
three.
ET.
I see. Yeah, smart. Or the Mewtwo.
The Mewtwo. Yeah, I got the Mewtwo's.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when they were in live action suits.
Did they only have 3?
It was like you could see the creases, but they
okay.
Yes, yeah. A couple more 3-finger guys.
Okay.
No, I was asking.
Oh, I want to say Machamp.
I want to say
Machamp. If I don't know how accurate that is, but I think Machamp. Machamp sounds right. Hitmon something.
Yeah.
One of them was just boxing gloves.
So whichever one has
Hitmonlee,
whichever one has feet has 3 fingers.
Has 3 fingers.
Yeah.
You know, I would say Poison Dart Frog.
I believe that Sabrina Carpenter, when she says motherfucker in her song Please Please Please,
yes,
is either maybe not quite hitting that note. It sounds like I'm hearing the Melodyne get down to it. Have you listened to the song enough to know if maybe
I listened to it a good amount of times? Yeah. You don't embarrass me, motherfucker.
Or you think that's just
I think she's putting it on.
Just the inflection in her voice.
It. I think she's going Patrick Star with it.
Do you think that like the cowpoke like country accent sometimes I could mistake that for auto-tune just if you're hitting it in such a way?
All of these like super popular songs that you're hearing are pretty heavily edited, like to the point where like every new Drake song sounds like an AI Drake song.
Yeah,
like it's so like I would say that about the 2 guys that I noticed it the most with are Drake and Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
like it's not like Justin Bieber is heavily dropping music nowadays, but when he's actively dropping music, his vocals sound so heavily processed it sounds fake. And I think that there's a little bit of that in most like big modern music. It's got to be like perfect.
Do you think conceptually, like when there are a lot of AI versions of something, that it just starts to like blur the lines when it is a real thing? Because like there was so many AI Drake verses. So maybe now when I hear a normal Drake song and you're saying it sounds like AI, how much of that is that it sounds like AI, and how much of it is that I've just been conditioned to hear Drake AI? You know what I mean?
I don't think it's got to do much with AI other than like we know that AI doesn't sound super duper real.
Yeah.
And Drake is so heavily processed that he too doesn't sound super duper real.
Oh, and that's your point about the Justin Bieber songs as well.
Yeah, they're so heavily tuned. And it's not even that he's not singing. He's an incredible singer, obviously.
Yeah.
But like he's just not. They're not letting him do a little bit out of tune.
I mean, I know how much processing like you put on my vocal and you put on your own vocal. Do you think you're doing a different version of that than they are?
I appreciate when something isn't super duper perfect.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate when things are a little bit sharp, a little bit flat, depending on like the performance.
Yeah.
Like we've had conversations where I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and you're like, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't leave it like that. And I'm like, dude, you sound like shit. I'm gonna leave it just. I can't wait for people to see how shit you sound.
Yeah.
In a specific part, it's supposed to sound like shit.
Right.
There's a song on the new record, Hold.
You want to? We can. We can go grab tissues. We don't have those in here.
I'm gonna leave that in.
Yeah, I know.
All right, cool. There's a song on the new record, or the deluxe version of your record.
Yeah.
Where there's the acoustic jam in the bridge.
Yes.
On the song 2004. Ha! Take that. Take your promotion away from you. You're not gonna cut this out. Fuck you. He's got a song called 2004 coming out.
I mean, I get, yeah.
What's up, dude?
I hadn't like meditated on whether I was prepared to drop titles.
Where are you right now?
In the palm of your hand.
In the palm of my hand. So,
I thought you were. I was going finger on the pulse. Oh, palm of his hand.
Palm of his hand, of course, of course. Yeah, he says that to everyone, including his dad. I do tell my dad he's in the palm of my hand all the time.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, there's a part of the bridge where it's like a kind of gang sing-along acoustic version of what the chorus is, and I don't tune anyone in that part because it's supposed to be like a fun. You don't get tuned in real life, but like that's not we're not shooting for the same thing that Drake and Justin Bieber are shooting for. They're shooting for perfection. Like they're supposed to be the guys that are the monolith of what they're doing. Like Drake is supposed to be the rapper.
Perfection on a perfect
Justin Bieber is supposed to be the pop star.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
So it's a bummer. I wanted to start with a specific thing. Tomorrow is Pat's birthday.
Hey!
Oh! Pat is rapidly approaching 30.
29?
29? Yeah, there's going to be a 6-month period where me and Pat are 29 together.
I thought all of our friends were lame enough to know New Girl. I was like, I'm going to do the New Girl joke tomorrow. No one knows what I'm talking about.
You're Unk.
Fuck! Shit!
New Girl?
Fuck! It's not fuck! It has nothing to do with them being lame and everything to do with me being 29!
Yeah, that's true.
Damn it!
Well, also, like, that show sucks, dude. It's a fucking corny show, dude.
Jess would say, maybe you should keep your opinions to yourself.
Don't reference it, dude. It's not making you look any better. Oh, boy.
I'm not trying to look better. It's 29.
All right. Clearly, I've hit a sort. No,
I like that. I like a sitcom. I like any show where I'm not sure if they will.
Will what?
Or won't.
Okay, all right. All right. That just sucks. All right, anyway, listen. God.
Dude, it smells like Updog in here, bro.
No,
got
that's
you.
no
I fucking
shot.
Got you.
Or won't.
My homie Deez wrote that show.
Yeah, right. That wasn't even clever. I certainly don't feel got. Even with this, I don't feel super got.
You're done for, dude. You're literally dog water.
Don't quit saying unk stuff.
Dude.
Dog water's not
F's.
in the chat now.
You're freaking cooked, dude.
All right. You're becoming more current.
Widowy?
Oh, man. What I was going to say is I wanted to start this episode off with like a Pat's birthday celebration.
29.
That's enough of that. But we, due to poor planning, we left the present at my house today.
Obviously, you meant the gift for me. I was like, I guess we're always leaving the present.
Dude, you know what fucking... Hey, you guys want to hear something that I hate about Pat? You guys want to hear something I hate about my best friend Pat? So this is my best friend Pat. You want to hear something that I actually like really despise about him? He's a philosophy major.
Yeah.
And every fucking fourth thing that you say, he makes it this weird, like, not deep, not insightful thing. Where, like, I guarantee you, if I were to be like, man, I really don't like how these people were doing this thing or that thing, he'd be like, everyone's just doing whatever. Just saying a nothing, fake, deep, non-insightful bullshit statement that just moves us to the left.
I'm floating in the background of your frame.
It would be as if you're a Zen master or something, but you're not. It's not like...
Not even close.
You know? Dude, like, if Pat never got worked up about stuff, then this would be a decent character, but he's not like a yogi.
Yeah, it would be decent if I never got worked up about stuff.
If Pat never got worked up about stuff, it'd be fine, but, like, sometimes I'll just be like, oh, yeah, I left the present at your house. You're like, in a way... We all leave the present.
I fully thought you were saying that.
It's because you're fucking stupid, dude. It's because you're dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Half of your brain is leaking out of your nose at all times, dude. You're cooked.
Yo, but actually though, technically, you're always in a consistent state of the past. So it's like you're not leaving the present, you're chasing it.
Are you proud of that?
That's real.
It's not real.
That is real.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because it's like...
First off, don't bring up Israel on this podcast. We're going to not go political with it, okay?
Yeah, that is real.
So stupid. You're so dumb. You're not quick. And that's the thing I hate the most about you.
You got
me.
You're
not quick enough.
We're tied. You got me. You got me. And the game is on now.
The game is afoot.
All right. See, you said you weren't going to play, but now the score's all tied up. God. You were trying to trick me. You thought you were trying to say you weren't getting caught. And then you put a runner on third. I didn't even notice.
Don't make baseball references. That's not a sport you watch.
Oh,
dude.
my God. You sly dog. Oh,
that's enough. What I was going to say, what I've been trying to say this whole time.
You watch your back. We're all tied up.
You're not creeping in the tall grass on me, dude. I see you. You're not lurking where I least expect it. Okay. You're the most predictable human person I know.
And that's
you are an open book, brother.
Now she back in the atmosphere. The best soy latte that I ever had. And Jared, tell me, do you gotta go drain your nose? Do you gotta blow it out your face into a tissue? Yeah. 'Cause you're sick. Oh, yo, by the way, while I've got you guys, we don't have COVID, our bosses at Idobi. We don't officially have COVID.
Welcome back to The Meantime on Idobi Radio. Oh, we didn't even say that it's The Meantime on Idobi Radio.
My name's Patrick.
We didn't even say that this is The Meantime on Idobi. Why did they... Who fucking thought this was a good.
Come on, pretty mama.
The meantime, Idobi. My name is Jared.
And Patrick. The meantime,
We are on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That makes it 3 Pacific. Welcome back to The Meantime. This is a show on Idobi Radio.
My name's Patrick.
My name's Jared.
You can listen to us every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
That's awesome,
That's
dude.
tough.
It's tough.
That is so tough.
Because when I'm locked in, don't ask me to lock out.
I don't know, man.
When I'm locked in,
he's always trying these. He's always trying new ones, and it's like 1 in 10. Like one of these will fucking hit. I swear to God. One of these I'll go, ooh. 9 of them? 9 of them will not hit.
When I'm
But he has to present them like they're going to hit, too. So he goes like, when I'm locked in, dude, don't ask me to lock out. And then presents me with a fist bump.
What's that movie?
Oh God!
What's the I'm thinking of a movie quote where he it's Talladega Nights when he's signing autographs and she signs her forehead or whatever and she's like Suzanne or something.
Yeah.
He's like, when I'm in the zone, I told you, don't be in my area when I'm in my autographing zone. Don't be in. She's like, you're right. I shouldn't have been standing. We can't start.
We can't
because we'll do all of Talladega Nights.
It's the same as Elden Ring. You can't start me on that. We won't know when to stop.
If you don't shoot Big Red, then fuck you. We've had this conversation before, so maybe you'll remember. But doesn't everyone have a rich uncle?
Yeah, yeah, that was my rich uncle.
That was your rich uncle.
That's my rich uncle.
I got 2 rich uncles, and
I wish I had 2.
I know. Well, but that's what I was saying. We've already talked about this before, but I was like, all my friends, me, you, everyone I know has got 1 or 2 rich uncles. I don't know one person with a rich dad. And my God, it would change our lives if we knew one person with 1 rich dad.
Don't we?
The rich uncles of the world imply that there would be rich dads to follow.
Yeah, I guess.
And we all of our cousins, by proxy, have rich dads. Yet, you and I don't know. You fucking think about it. You don't know a single motherfucker with a rich dad. The other day, me and Nick Hudson, yesterday, got in an argument about this. I was like, yeah, girls don't eat very quickly. I don't like to make large generalizations about men and women.
Sure.
But big generalization, girls just eat slower than boys, right? And he was like, no. My mom eats fast, my sister eats fast, my aunts eat fast. I was like, those aren't girls, dude. That's your family. Those are literally not girls.
Yeah.
They eat. Of course, they eat quickly.
You just named 3 things that wasn't a girl. An aunt's not a girl.
An aunt's not a girl.
Sister's
a sister's
not a girl. Mom's
not a girl. You go ahead, talk to every girl. Well, maybe some girls eat quickly, but
I'm sure Brock Lesnar's daughter eats pretty fast. Not sure if you ever seen her, but she looks like Brock Lesnar. She's setting records doing the shot put. You know what I mean? She eats good.
Where are the rich dads? Are they rich because they don't have kids? The uncles?
I think that's a lot of them.
Are the uncles rich because they don't have kids?
That's got to be a lot of them, yeah.
But then, my uncles both have kids. Yo. And that's my dad's brother, too. And they different in age and came up in different times.
Wow.
When it was easier to make money.
Wow.
And they're chasing the present also.
That's enough. That's enough. My dad, so I guess important clarification here. I'm famously poor, right? I grew up so fucking poor.
Well,
my dad made subs for as long as he could until he got cleared from the government that if he made another sub, he'd probably kill someone.
An interesting thing to be famously poor, because easy to be famously rich, because the rich brings the fame. But to be famously poor, you got to tell everybody. if you or either of us, to be fair, could just shut the fuck
up about how poor you are all the time. Oh my God. See, it's 1 in 10. 1 in 10 is pretty good.
1 in 10. 1 in 10. Don't wanna be on Monkey Ranch.
Wow. All right, this fucking thing keeps falling off, man. God damn it. Interesting thing about being famously poor. Oh, fuck you, dude. It's just, when you're put in scenarios where all of your friends say certain things about their childhood that you can't fucking relate to.
Yeah, that's true.
All the time, you're like, I don't know about this. Yeah, this rich uncle theory as much as you know this rich uncle theory.
Yesterday, Jared was talking about how me and his roommate and our friend Reese, we like say things more brazenly. Is that a word?
That's it.
Where we're more willing to say something like risky that would get us in trouble. And I said to Jared, he was like, you guys are always just saying like worse shit than me. And I was like, yeah, but we just had less consequences. We just faced less adversity than you. Like, we say bad stuff and people just say, oh, hey, sport, on your way. Like, we have been in situations where we said something and like got hit. Like, yeah. I've only ever been in one situation where I said something and got detention, and that was the best grades I had ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had improved my life.
Yeah.
I got detention, and they immediately made things better for me.
Yeah. No,
That's my experience with saying bad stuff.
I am the friend with the most consequences, for sure.
Interesting thing about being
weird. Yeah. God damn it. Yeah, I feel like I'm the friend with the most consequences and the friend who's been hit the most.
Well, and by the way, I'm sorry and I love you and I'm here for you. I am. Just
to let you know, when you put your hand near me, it scares me. For real. In real life.
Like a chihuahua.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always shivering, dude.
Dude, I can hear the headphones shaking on my head. Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah, sometimes people put their hands near me and I get up and leave the room.
All right, I'll see you guys.
All right. I go, whoa, well, it's been a good day, dude.
Are you trying to stay tough?
God, it's hot in here.
I'm sorry. I have interrupted you a lot. So in such a way where you're in situations where you can't relate to your friends about things.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Okay, all right.
What were we saying?
Where people say things like, "Oh, I went to my mom and dad's house." Like those kinds of things. Like when you're around other people's places and they're like, "Yeah, I went to
all my friends have like a childhood home."
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do.
I was like, I have quite a few of those.
Yeah.
I have quite a few addresses that I could rattle off for you.
Anytime one of our, like, Nick's going to the lake right now.
Yeah, must be nice. Dude.
Like we were going to the airport and he's like, yeah, we're headed to the lake.
Yeah.
And like the thing is that like he and all his family knows what lake.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you and I would find ourselves at a lake.
Yeah, I'd find myself at a lake. Like I'm like, oh, there's a lake over there. Let's go explore.
Or we'd like make a plan to go to a lake. Mm-hmm. In no time in our lives have we been like, we're going to the lake.
We're going to Lake Placid. I was just talking to some people yesterday. I had a session with some people, and we were talking about how like they liked to vacation in a certain spot.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
To like vacation to like people go to like Virginia Beach or they go to Daytona Beach or Myrtle Beach or any of the beaches. And I'm like, I really genuinely, like, I know that people do that. I have no idea what you would do. Yeah. Like, I don't know what you do. What do you do when you get down there? Like, I assume you get a hotel.
Yeah.
Everyone's like home bases at the hotel. Do you guys do like every single thing together? Like, have you gone on a vacation like this?
Oh yeah, for sure. What you do is you hunker down. If your family's cool in my experience, there's two types of families.
Okay.
There's like really type A families where everything is really planned.
Yeah.
In general, there's only one or two people that aren't into that, and everyone has fun because there's a ton of dope structure to your day.
Okay.
So you'll wake up at a certain time and you'll have a zip lining thing, and you'll have a a scuba diving thing, or you'll have like 9 different like super touristy trap things.
Yeah.
But they're all pretty fun, and everyone's having a good time because it's hyper planned. My family, the families that I tend to gravitate towards, you hunker down in an Airbnb or a hotel. Everyone wakes up whenever, because most of my parents' extended uncles or whatever like go to a 9 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
So everyone wakes up on their own account. You go to the beach whenever. You split up. You go to groups. Me, my dad, and my sister will go to late night movies because we slept all day while other people are at the beach or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The only thing you got to do is finish a puzzle. You got to start a puzzle right when you get there,
and you got to finish it before you leave.
Wow. And you really don't know what I'm saying.
I have no
yeah.
I'm trying to the whole time. I was trying to think like me and my family have gone places. Like we usually would go to Ohio. We have family in Ohio, but we're going to Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah,
you know, and we're just like staying at my uncle's house and then going to like a Cinemark or something, and then hanging out playing board games. That's it. I've never gone. I don't know what that's like to go to like a vacation spot. I'm like, that seems so movie. That's like such a movie thing to go do.
I don't feel. I do enjoy nice family vacations when everyone's getting along. Inevitably, there will be a fight or two.
Yeah.
But I never feel like movie about it. I just feel, I feel more relaxed because like the adults have agreed there's a no responsibility thing.
I'm sure you don't feel very movie about it. You know? Like I'm sure Taylor Swift doesn't feel very movie about her life. That's just like her life.
Yeah.
You know, Taylor Swift out on that stage is like, yeah. Duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I grew up in a mansion. Of course this is what I would do with my life.
Yeah, your friend saying things you can't relate to, like we're going to open Christmas presents.
Sometimes we would open Christmas present.
Yo, no, okay, well, fuck, damn it, I was about to do it again. Shit.
Give me another one.
Yeah, I'm going to give you fuck.
All right, go on.
This is really mean.
Lay it on,
this
brother.
Sucks.
Lay it on.
I was about to say sometimes Christmas present is better because everyone pitched in for the really big expensive thing you wanted.
No.
Yeah.
One time I got for Christmas. This was the year that my dad skipped my birthday.
It's like a
yeah, because my birthday's in November.
And
so.
your dad was like, maybe everybody deserves a big truck, and we could all.
yeah. No, that year my dad was talking about like hitting the sunset on a Harley Davidson a lot.
Oh,
he was like, I'm get the fuck out of here. But one year he got me a rack mount mixer. For what? You know, not like I had a live gig.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't have a rig for it. I didn't have like a rack to rack mount this mixer in.
Yeah, we both could kind of use one of those now.
He didn't. No, it was like from the 70s, and he didn't give me. I didn't have extra cables to use it. Like he just bought me the thing, and I pulled it out of the thing, and it was one of those like. Have you had struggle Christmases? You've had struggle. Have you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
You know how like on a struggle Christmas you're supposed to like you as a kid you know that you're struggling this Christmas.
Yeah.
So like you pull out this really underwhelming thing,
and
you know that your parents tried.
Yeah.
And you go like, all right, well, thanks guys, appreciate it. It's really like as a child, it's very disappointing.
Yeah. Struggling when you're a kid's weird though. Like I don't know about you, my perception of money was so bizarre because there were definitely times where I thought we were brutal. But in fact, like the money, looking back, our money was kind of chilling. Like I thought we were like broke as all hell, but like looking back or talking to my parents about it wasn't that bad. And the inverse, where I thought we were doing pretty good while my parents are drowning in the 2008 housing crisis.
No, see, me and my friends back home would talk about this all the time. We were like let in on our parents' finances.
Yeah,
they were not very open with how much money they had and how much was coming in, and I knew like where my dad was working. Like a lot of my kids didn't know what their dads did for a living.
In hindsight, I kind of wish my parents had. Like,
I don't think it's healthy.
No,
I don't think it's healthy.
Okay.
I don't think it's good to like take on the stress of your family finances when you're 13. You know?
I just would have. This is also just kind of my personality type, but maybe like in high school, if I just literally knew like the amount of money going in and out of my mom and dad's like checking account or whatever, I would have a better understanding of like because like at that age in high school, I wasn't like asking them for things like that. I'm not like, may I get a toy or whatever, you know?
Okay.
So it's just like, I think I would just have a better understanding of like maybe like just when I can be responsible for my own food or whatever. You know what I mean? If I'm able to. Again, you're right. Probably not. If you're saying you were in on the finances at like 11,
yeah,
that's a problem.
A little different. I would say a little different. Yeah. So we would have Christmases where it was like a struggle Christmas, and you knew that you were gonna get like shafted, and it's still disappointing because you're a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, like those are like scenarios where like some of a good amount of my friends have never had like a struggle Christmas. Or have never had like a birthday that was just skipped or something.
Yeah.
You know? Or like I used to tell the story, like we used to go take cold showers because our heat was shut off. Mm-hmm. So our dad would be like, our heat shut off, but he would shut it off in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Like when summer started, he'd be like, we're just taking cold showers.
Yeah.
And it would be like a family event. We would all sit down in the living room.
Yeah.
And then one at a time, because we had a lot of kids, a lot of siblings.
Yeah.
We would one at a time. Someone would go take a shower. We'd sit in the living room and laugh when they hit the water because everyone would go, and they would make it like a fun thing. This is pretty funny. When I lived in Toledo, this is the poorest I've ever been in my entire life. Living in Toledo.
Yep, that'll happen there.
Yeah, yeah. At the time, it was the third most miserable city in America.
Yeah.
And number one for human trafficking.
Yeah.
Weird, Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
And we lived in this house on Bush Street, and the first night we were there, a guy got shot and killed out front of our house. The very first night that we were there.
Nice. Set a precedent.
We had rats. We had a big rat infestation.
That's bad.
And because of the rat infestation, my dad had to screw the cabinet shut.
Yeah.
Because you would open up a cabinet and a rat would jump out at your face.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But that never happened to me. Okay. I saw we had rats like fucking no one's business, but I would never have like a rat jump out of my face. And when I was, maybe last year, I came up with a theory. I was like, I wonder if the rats weren't jumping out at our face, and my dad screwed the cabinet shut to like preserve food because there was a lot of mouths to feed, and he had to like give us rations.
Yo.
And so I called my dad, and I go, Dad, I have a theory, and I want you to like be super straight up with me, man. When we were living in Toledo and you screwed the cabinet shut, like, were there really rats in there, or were you just trying to conserve food? And he went, No, there was fucking rats in there. They would jump out of your face. You don't remember that? That shit was fucking horrifying. There was always like holes in our food. There was cereal all over the cabinets. Yeah, dude, there was rats in our fucking house. I wouldn't have to screw the cabinet shut to keep you out of the food. I just smack you on the back of the head, tell you not to eat so much.
Yeah.
He was a little bit offended. He was like, no, there was rats.
Yeah, I would be too.
My dad was killing an unprecedented amount of rats that summer. He was a rat exterminator. He'd be like, another fucking, all right.
Aw, man, you thought you were food rations poor, but your rats poor.
Rats jumping out the cupboards poor, yeah. Yeah, that was peanut butter spoon summer. Right
no,
there.
I've also
we're on hot dog summer now, but that was peanut butter spoon summer.
You know, there's a thing about climates and places and stuff. No matter how rich you are, rats and bugs, they'll find a way, bro.
They'll find a way, brother.
Some of the richest people I know have had like unsolvable mice and rat problems.
Yeah.
There was my rich uncle Frankie. There was like rats and mice all over his office and forever. And he pays guys every year to come. There's nothing you can. They live there.
They live there.
You're in their place.
That's unfortunate.
This is crazy.
It's unfortunate. I'm not sure if you ever seen a rat in person.
Not like what you're describing.
They're
There's no way.
They're kind of cute.
Oh, really?
They're like adorable little fellas.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, they're not like these little. They don't look like Master Splinter, you know.
It's tricky. Yeah, I think raccoons.
Not all rats have that little bandage on their nose.
Yeah, I think. Only about 1 in 5 rats have the. Only about 1 in 5 rats carry a shiv. No, I think that possums and raccoons and like mice in general like are very cute, but they're just often seen in situations where they present themselves as scary. Oh, did you break the set?
I broke the set. Possums, I think, are disgusting.
No,
possums, they're horrifyingly
possums are
ugly, terrifying rodents.
Maybe it's just
and
that,
I hate them.
Maybe it's just that my girlfriend has such an affinity for them.
Ooh.
But she has now.
You seen one in person?
Yeah, well, I took her to see them.
They look like little fucking demons.
We were doing a show when we both used to tour with a band called Ice Nine Kills. And a friend of one of the band members had a pet possum. And Chevy was just very open with her, like how much she was affectionate for them. So she brought it to the show because she lived down the street. So we met and hung out with a possum for a while. Very docile, very sweet, like
I bet
cat vibes for sure.
bet.
And then
horrifyingly ugly thing.
I took us both to a zoo in Orange County where they rescue possums. And this is kind of a nice story because like all the workers at this zoo in Orange County, I wish I could remember the names because I could shout them out. But they were so candid with me about like the zoo process, and they're also like people our age or even a little bit younger. So I was like, hey, like zoos can be sketchy. Like what's going on here?
Yeah.
And this guy was he talked to us for a while we were petting the possum.
Yeah.
And he was so real with me. I appreciate it so much. He was like, look, there is no reason that we have a tiger in Orange County. That sucks. It sucks that there's a tiger here. It sucks that there's a panther here. All of the snakes and possums and raccoons, which we care for and tend, like, are literally rescued from the street.
And we will cook them and eat them.
No!
Like, we're using all of the meat. We're using their hides, their teeth, their bones for arrows.
For arrows?
To hunter-gather.
We're using what?
The buffalo that we're also killing. They're like, it sucks that there's a tiger here, but we're keeping him fat. God. He's going to be roasted above a spit.
I guess the show's not called The Cute Time. I guess we didn't name the show The Sweet Cute Time.
Dude, I like animals, dude. I really enjoy animals. I like them a lot, but critters freak me out. I had a moment yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm walking home from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And it's hot as shit outside, and I see a bee crawling on the concrete. And you know how I am with bees. I fucking love bees.
I like a bee.
I like a bee, and yeah. I'm not a kill a bug guy either.
I'm not a kill a bug guy.
Can't kill a bug.
I love a spider.
I'll leave it. The only time I'll kill a spider is if you're too big and too close to me.
I was playing with a spider in my hand the other day. We were hanging out.
Yeah. If it's small enough, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
I can't pick up a bee. Yeah. Unfortunate. My dad can. My dad taught me how to love bees. But I get freaked out by picking up any bug, especially a desperate bug on a hot concrete sidewalk.
Yeah, they're
I'm
tough spot.
gonna get fucking stung. It's gonna happen. And I was looking around for something I could pick it up with, and I couldn't. And he was like dying on the hot concrete.
Yeah.
So the only thing I could think to do was like make a shadow with my body and try to lead him to the grass.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it. He was like going crazy, walking in circles.
Yeah.
And I have been known to be like, if that bee is gonna die, I'd rather just squash it very quickly.
Yeah.
Give it a very like humane death as opposed to baking in the sun on concrete all day.
Yeah.
But then like I was gonna do it. I was like, I should put him out of his misery. And then I was like, but like what if he makes it? And then I'm like, and then I walked back inside. I didn't feel good about anything that happened.
Yeah.
I was like, he's probably like he's probably struggling out there, and I could have done something. I was thinking, I went inside. I was like, I'm a pussy, dude. I should have picked that fucking bee up, dude.
It's okay. Well, you know what's crazy from bees' perspectives? Concrete's so new. You got to think about bees. They're here so much longer than us. We didn't start making that stuff until super recently. I mean, that shit is brand new, hot off the market, right?
You think this is like a 200-year-old bee?
So bee. Oh no! Not from bee perspective. From bees perspective, right? So they're going around. They're hitting flowers. They're hitting grass. All of a sudden, whoa! What the fuck? A death trap that hasn't been here for wait a second, billions of years? Hey, I've been going around buzzing for wait a second, hundreds of millions of years. Never been a concrete death trap here.
Yeah.
Bees don't even have a name for it. They're you know what I'm saying? Like they're not. They're just and they don't know how to tell their buddies not to look out for it because where's the stuff they need? Right, motherfucking next to it.
Wow. So they have complex communication with each other. They shake their butts at each other.
Even worse then. Guys, Greg just died.
All right, look at dude. There's this fucking sick flower, dude. All right? There's like probably 6 or 7 of them. But
hold on. Before you go
over there. Don't leave yet.
Wait.
Don't leave yet. No. Listen, okay, guys. Those of you who stuck behind and are listening to the rest, they're going to die because there's this big thing. It's like a lake. It's not a lake.
It's not a lake. Don't think it's a lake.
I wish it was a lake. You know, you just hit a lake and you drown and it's quick. This thing, different. Okay? You're going to sit down on it. It's going to spark your feet a little bit. You're going to be like, that's uncomfortable. And then you're going to, like, die over the course of, like, I don't know, 9 hours.
You're better off stinging something.
And you're going to try to sting it. And you can't sting it. Nothing happens.
The horror.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's how I felt. That's how I felt. I was like, that poor fucking guy.
I was watching a TikTok of a guy that was like the fish that just got thrown back in the water. He's like, you're never gonna fucking believe me. Even if I told you. He's like, whoa. Calm down. Just start slowly. He's like, all right, first of all, strongest worm ever. So good, bro.
You can't just bring up TikToks on a radio show.
Dude, I saw this other TikTok.
No, we gotta make our own jokes. We gotta make our own jokes.
Nah,
dude.
that's not what TikTok's for.
Oh man,
That's not what TikTok's for.
we're not doing TikTok right. We're doing radio right
You
now.
know what's funny? I can't even do this.
You know, Scary Kids used to do that a lot, and I would snap in my own.
You got me. God damn. That's so funny. How many people are doing that?
No, because it's not coming from here.
Yeah. It's the fucking you're super kicking your
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the Sweet Chin music.
Yeah.
I
got a critter story.
Oh, okay. Critters?
We're still on critter. We were on a music video set. A big wide open outdoor set
Whereabouts?
In like an hour north of here in the middle of the desert, California.
Okay.
For the band Nothing More, the video's out.
Okay.
It's cool. I think the song's called Angel Song if you want to watch where we were shooting. But it's this big open field. I know. It's this big open field, and the guy running the pier space who owns the property was like, all right, like here's where you guys can set up your gear. You'll need a generator for power. You guys already have that, blah, 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 like going through the normal stuff. And then he's like, all right, I'm going to head off for the day. I'll see you guys later. And he's walking away, and he stops, and he kind of jogs back over. And he's like, by the way, rattlesnakes everywhere. And like all of us were like in the middle of like about to start setting up a shot.
Yeah.
And we're like, what do you mean rattlesnakes everywhere? He's just like anywhere you go, just like watch your feet. They're just like all over the place. And
You'll hear them. You'll
and then we were like, okay. And he was like, look, if you encounter one or if you like, give it, you're gonna be fine. This is exactly how he says it. He says, you're gonna be fine, but you gotta go. And he's like, all right, so have a good shoot.
All right,
see you.
and I will be back at 11 p.m. as per our agreement.
And I left, and I looked to the rest of the crew, and I was like, does he know that was hilarious?
Yeah.
Like, is he warning us and also being funny, or is that just how that guy was telling us that?
It's like the same level of intensity as like you go out to this desert, and this guy's like, all right, so I'm gonna head out for the day. I'll be back at 11. It rains glass.
It rains glass.
You're like, whoa. What? Why? How?
Yeah, he's like, all right, guys.
I should have been up front.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take off. Our scheduled time is 9, so I'll show up a few minutes before just to make sure you guys got your stuff. Before I head out, you know how quicksand was only in cartoons?
Yeah.
It's also here.
Yeah, the cartoons were based off of here.
And so just, you might be asking, does the sand look different than the dirt? No.
If you get swept up in it, you will be fine.
But
you gotta get a large vine.
Sir, we have rope and power cables, so there's only you're gonna want
a large vine. Large vine if you can spare the time.
The sand doesn't take well to the rope.
That extra 5 minutes of looking for the vine,
it's gonna save
that's
you.
Gonna save
it's
you.
gonna save you in the long run.
Yeah.
It's not gonna feel like it because your buddy's gonna be
you'll
like,
be up to here. You'll be up to here.
Yeah.
By the time you find the vine,
but
because there's not a lot of vines out here.
Trust me. You're gonna throw him the rope. Sayonara. Boom.
So, and I'll be back at 11. That does feel like every space that we've ever been to at a music video.
It's every pier space. And also, like shooting music videos in LA, I start to see all the pier spaces in everyone else's videos.
Yeah.
I've been to everywhere MGK is shot out.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful. I get why people go there.
Yeah.
I get why people pay for it. It's way easier
There's
than
always
building
a
new thing.
at the front desk who's like, what?
Yeah, yes.
And you're like, oh, I'm here for the thing. He's like, all right, cool, fine.
The best.
Fine.
My experience working for a very talented director named Ori McGinnis. My advice Not that you're asking for it, camera 2.
All right.
But my advice is that the best thing you can do if you want to make a music video super original is not to build your own set, not to just rent the Peer Space by itself, but rent the Peer Space and then bring a fuck ton of shit to make it look like a separate thing. So like if you have a $10,000 music video budget, it's like hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars before you're building a dope set for your video. So the best thing you can do for a music video on a budget is rent a Peer Space and then bring tons of external things to dress the set in such a way that it looks like a brand new thing. So so when other people have shot at that Peer Space, they won't think it's what they look like. And even if they see it, they're like, but oh my God, look at all this extra stuff that they put all over the place to make it look like a new thing.
And that will make the guy at the front desk who's really mean feel really good, too.
Yeah, they'll be pissed.
Yeah.
But
it's the same song and dance. He'll come up, he'll be like, oh, that's all your stuff? Fantastic. Great, dude. Well, just make sure it's all cleaned up. And goblins.
Yeah. Oh, dude, a real one is like, lunches at 3, no eating. That's real as shit, bro. He's like, yeah, I gotta take off for lunch. So if you guys could take your lunch, then food sections here, catering's here, no eating. That's fucking happened.
What do you do with the food?
You take it outside.
Oh, such a bummer.
No eating in the parking lots happened too, though.
Oh, go fuck yourself, dude.
And also, a lot of times, it's just a guy that works there. They don't care. It's some legal mumbo-jumbo.
Yeah.
But that is so for real that you'll be at a Peer Space. They'll be like, this is the place you can put your food. By the way, no food. I can do New York guy.
I beg to differ, brother.
I can do Southern guy.
Well,
here, watch me do Jared. Hey,
I'm
Jared.
All right. You think you could actually do an impression of me?
You know what's fun? As we sign off. 99% of all radio shows, podcasts, don't get past episode 1.
Really?
It's true. It's something like, it's a huge number. Like 90% of all shows that get uploaded ever don't get past their first episode. They upload one and then they never again. And then the statistic, it's like a falling down statistic. So from here, we're like likely to get to 10. And then it's hard to get past 10, and then it's hard to get past a year, but it works like that.
Wow.
Now, here's another statistic. The rate of shows that get to episode 2 without mentioning that, 0. So thank you for tuning into the meantime. I've been Patrick. That's been Jared.
I've been Jared.
I'm sorry to contribute, but, you know.
All right.
There you are.
I'll tell you what. Thanks for hanging out. Catch us next Tuesday.
Tuesdays at 6 p.m.
6
Eastern.
p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
We'll see you then.
See you then.
Love you.
Wow.